Sports. I'm Brett Wagner, and welcome to Pastime. Name the time, win the cash. It's that easy. We're in Valdosta, Georgia at South Georgia Motorsports Park, and I got some cash. Now, I want to keep it, but these contestants I'm going to introduce you to, they want it. So let's meet them. Samara, am I saying that right?
Yep.
Gory, Louisville, North Kakalaki, otherwise known as North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Thanks for coming.
No problem.
Richard Coleman, Tallahassee, Florida. How you doing, Richard?
Great.
Got the AAA hat on, looking sharp.
AAA man.
All right, and Ken Herring, who's my AAA man. How you doing, Ken?
I'm good, man.
Tyler, Texas.
Yes, sir. Texas
Chassis Works. And we got Paige Simpson out there, our car wrangler. Now, Samara and Richard, you know how we do this. Not only are you playing against each other, but you're playing against the house. You up for the challenge?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Of course. Let's find out and meet our first driver. Mustangish.
Nice looking little Mustang.
What's your name?
Cody Harrison.
Cody. How long
Yes.
you been racing?
About 4 years.
Yeah. Can I ask how old you are?
Yes, 16.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Well, tell me about the car.
90 GT Mustang, small block Ford, stock suspension. That's about it.
Samara, what do you need to know?
How much for spring?
None.
Richard.
How big is that small block?
408.
Ken.
You know how much power it makes?
It's never been dynoed, but probably around 700 horses.
Okay.
Give me a pound. Have a good pass, buddy. Holy smoke, 16. Just got his driver's license. Racing for 4 years.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome. Samara, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a homestay mom.
How many kids?
Just one.
Just one. Awesome.
Just one for now.
Well, we're glad you came on the show. All right, everybody is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. First of our $100 passes. Ken with the 10.05, Richard with the 9.90, and
Wow.
Samara says no, it's going to do a 10.10. What do you like about that car, Samara?
Red. It's red.
It's red. All right, that's a good burnout. Oh, he's an angry man. Angry car. Save some for the track, big man. First of our $100 passes. Is that a good pass? Not a good pass. A 996 Richard. Boom! Cash is good, Mr.
Yeah.
AAA.
Thank you.
Ken sitting on 0. Richard sitting on 100. Samara sitting on 0. Let's meet our next driver. A convertible Corvette? Little ragtop action going on? That's a Paige car right there. Cameraman.
What's up, big man?
How you doing? That's my line.
Yeah.
Cameraman, take a look at this big man's shoes down there. We have just moved from style to class. What's your name?
Josh Torres.
Tell me about the Corvette.
It's an 86 Corvette. It's got a 350 cubic inch twin-port injection motor. It's got a 700 R4 transmission, 26 by 8.5 inch slicks.
What do you need to know, Samara?
How heavy is it?
2,685 pounds.
Richard.
What converter's in there?
It's factory converter.
Ken.
Any nitrous?
None.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. Make a good pass for
Thank
us.
you.
All right, here we go. Richard, Mr. AAA,
Yes, sir.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
I've been with AAA over 20 years. I've been here 15 years, married 3 times because of drag racing.
Wow.
Okay. You were married 3 times because of drag racing.
I'm with a third wife now.
Okay.
Ask me how she is.
How is she?
Better than nothing.
All right.
Oh my God.
I hope she's not watching.
Well, I hope
She's not out in the audience with a gun.
Nah, she can take a joke.
Okay, well,
I don't know. That's a joke.
$100 pass. Let's make sure if once you lock in, you hit them lights. All right, let's take a look at those times. Ken with 12.85. Richard says, no, that thing's going to go slow with the 14 flat, and Samara with an 11.15. Richard, what don't you like about that car?
No horsepower, no, I hate his shoes.
And you don't like his shoes.
I hate his shoes. Wow.
He's honest.
He's
He
on
might
it
be on his
tonight.
4th wife after this thing airs,
Yeah.
but he's honest. Wow. Now, Richard, after you heard that burnout, would you might want to change your time a little bit or no?
I can?
No, I'm just asking. I'm asking if you would.
A little bit.
All right. Sharp-looking car. Got some nice rims on it. Got the rag top going on. That's a night out in the town right there in Valdosta, Georgia. Richard. A 1301. Samara, no. Richard, close, but Ken. Boom! Shakalaka.
There we go.
Ken sitting on $100. Richard sitting on $100. Samara, what are you sitting on?
0.
We still got a lot more passes. Let's bring up our next driver. What's your name?
Kevin Follett.
What color blue is that?
I don't know.
That's all right. It's good blue. Tell me
Good
about
blue.
it.
It's a 79 Camaro, pump gas 540 in it, small shot of spray, 3,650 pounds with me in it,
Okay. Samara.
How much are you spraying?
about 100 shot,
Richard.
What gear ratio?
410.
Ken.
Hey, Todd Berry told me if I put in caps lock and oil down, your name comes up.
It will. It will.
You can punch him if you want.
No, hey, that was from Todd Berry. I'm just the medium man. I had to,
That's pretty good.
I'm good.
He's good. You ready to make a pass?
Ready to make a pass.
All right, buddy. Have a good pass for us. Thank you. Here we go. Man benches like 850 pounds, and you're
That's
getting
why I said Todd Berry.
I know. I'm just
Smarter than I look.
Samara is locked in. Richard is locked in. Ken is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Ken with a 10:45. Richard with a 10:10, and Samara said no, a 10:20. All good times. We say the burnouts never lie on passes. Last of our $100 passes. That is a ka-chunk if I ever heard one. Looking for an oil-free pass. Richard, that's yours.
Car's heavy.
10:33.
Close.
It's going to the master. Boom! Cash is good. Ken sitting on $200. Richard sitting on $100. Samara, what are you sitting on?
Just for now.
Just for now. We're coming on back. It's the second round. Get a tasty beverage, but come on back. It's pastime. All right, folks, welcome back to Pastime. Getting into round 2. That means we got a theme, and it's 4-link suspension. You got it? Let's meet our drivers. Crew Chief. How you doing, buddy?
Great.
What's your name?
My name's Mike Lashura.
What's the driver's name?
C.H. Vickers.
All right, Mike, tell me about the car.
It's a 1999 Chevrolet S10. It's a Jerry Haas built chassis, 2-speed power glide, and one heck of a driver.
Samara.
How much horsepower?
820 horsepower.
Richard.
How big's that engine?
It's 430 inches.
Ken.
It's got 2 carburetors or splits.
Single carburetor.
Okay.
You ready to make a pass for us?
We're ready.
All right, buddy, let's do it. Thanks for coming out. Here we go. Richard, what did you say in your email to get on this show?
Told him about my 3 wives.
Did you?
I had to say something cute.
You did. It worked.
I just had a pacemaker put in.
What's that movie? What's that show? Snapped.
Snapped.
He's a candidate right there.
Well, Richard, my name is Brett Wagner with 2 T's in case you want to write me down as, anything you got left.
Beneficiary.
All right. First of our $200 passes, guys. So let's everybody get locked in there. Everybody's locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Ken with an 805, Richard with an 890, and Samara with a 942. Good burnout, I'll tell you that. Wildcat engines. Cameraman, that's what it's about right there. The cabbage, the cheddar, the moolah, the De Niro. He's on the pass, keep it straight. An 853. Boom! Money for all your wives. Pow! Cash is good. Ken sitting on $200. Richard sitting on $300. Samara sitting on 0. Let's bring up our next drivers. Okay, Samara and Richard, we're getting into our combo round. I'm going to bring up 2 cars. Got to give me one combined time. If you pick the correct lane with the fastest ET, I'll give you $100. You can stick in your pocket and no one can touch it.
All right.
Let's meet our drivers. All right, gentlemen, crowd around. Just don't. Hey. Wow. What's your name?
Mark Roberts.
Mark, tell me about your ride.
1985 S10, 468 cubic inches power glide.
Okay, thank you, Mark. What's your name?
Bill Hamilton.
Bill, tell me about your ride.
68 Camaro, small block, power glide, bracket beater.
All right, Samara, Mark or Bill?
Bill, are you spraying?
Are you spraying? Okay. Richard, Mark or Bill?
What rear is in that truck?
486, 9-inch Ford.
And Ken, Mark or Bill?
Mark. Or Bill.
Bill.
Sorry. What cubic inch is the motor?
406.
Okay.
You guys ready to make a pass for us?
Ready.
Shake hands. Lock and load. All right, remember, pick the correct lane, I give you an extra $100, the fastest ET. Ken is locked in.
I'm not.
I know. Richard, you're good. Don't worry. Take your time. You locked in, Samara? Put your lane up there. Which lane you think is going to... All right, everybody is locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Ken, who is picking the left lane, has got a 2041. Richard with a 20 flat is picking the right lane, and Samara with a 2040 is picking the left lane. Wow. These people watch the game. They watch the show.
Close right here. This thing over here is nasty.
Yeah. Richard, you might be in trouble on that right lane, Delio.
Might be good otherwise, though.
A 2088. So let me go over to the master. Boom! And do we get the lane right?
Yeah.
Of course he did. Let me give you a little extra $100 there for my man. Ken sitting on $400. Richard sitting on $300. Samara sitting on $0. Let's meet our next driver. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Melvin.
That's me.
How'd I know that?
I don't know.
Melvin, right there.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, good eyes.
RX-7?
84 RX-7, 496, big block Chevrolet, 10.5-inch tires.
Samara.
How much horsepower?
700 on motor.
Oof. Richard.
Are you spraying it?
One system, 300.
All right.
Ken.
What carburetor's on it?
It's a 1350 Pro Systems.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Have a good pass for us. Thanks, Melvin. Melvin with the RX-7. We don't see too many of those on pass now.
Have we even had one?
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, everybody's locked in. Let's take a look at those times. Last of our $200 passes. This should look good on the board, Samara. $200. And you know what? I'm just gonna do it right now. Here, hold.
There you go.
I only do this for the nice people. Hold that. Good luck. Ken, folks, is sitting on an 836. Richard says it's doing an 810, and Samara says he's gonna shake the wheels just a tiny bit with a 905. Well, we say on pastime, the burnouts never lies. Watch a little RX-7 burnout. Rolling burnout. Ooh, got some bars.
Yep.
We're in our second round theme, 4-link suspension. Little purge. Samara.
You got on the board with that.
I'd hand you the cash, but we don't need to. Give me a pound, though. Boom! Ken sitting on $400, Richard on $300, and Samara just joined the game, sitting on $200. We're getting into round number 3. That means the cabbage is getting bigger. Come on back. All right, folks, welcome back to Pastime. Getting into round number 3. We're getting into our Go Big Pass, so let me explain it to the contestants. All right, Richard and Samara, we're getting into our $300 rounds. Now, it's also our Go Big Pass. So, if you want to wager on the Go Big, not only will I give you $300, I'll double it, I'll give you $600. However, if you wager Go Big and you lose, Richard, I'd take your $300 back from you. Samara, you're sitting on $200, I'd take it all and you'd be at 0. But it's not a bad way to get back in the game quick. You good with math? Let's find out. Meet our next driver. 84 Camaro.
Somewhere in there, you bet.
What's your name?
Jason.
What year Camaro is that?
82.
Oh, I thought it was an 84. Tell me about it.
468, 430 gear, 150 shot of nitrous.
Okay, Samara.
How much are you spraying?
150.
Richard.
It's Power Glide.
Ken.
How much power you think it makes?
500.
You ready to make a pass for us?
Yeah.
Give me a pound. Boom, here we go.
Did he say he was spraying?
150 shot, Richard.
150.
All right, we'll see who wants to go big. Oh, wait, look at this. Samara says, you know what? I'm going big. I want $600. Richard says, I'm going to play it safe.
Yeah, I'll go.
You don't have to.
No.
Okay.
Thanks for encouraging them all. Good job.
And Ken is playing it safe. Let's take a look at those times. Ken with a 978, Richard with a 960, and Samara with a 975.
Look at that.
Holy smokes. You got to be dead on to win some of these things. The wheelie bars, got the parachute. Spraying $150. See if Ken Herring's taking or these folks are catching up in a hurry. Kind of slow out of the gate, but can he pick it up on the big end? Missing the shift. A 1076. Of course it is.
Thank God.
3 bills from a man. Boom! Now Richard and Samara. Richard, you got to hand me back 600. I mean 300. Sorry.
Wait a minute. I got another one.
Wait a minute, Richard. There you go.
I missed it.
Samara. Thank you, sweetie. I
You're
apologize.
welcome.
Ken Herring sitting on $700. And Richard and Samara, who both went big, you're both sitting on 0. We got 2 more passes, and you still could win the game. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Let's meet our next driver. Ooh. Look at that.
Dallasburg.
I was about to say Dallas. Dallas, is that a grasshopper on you right there? I won't even ask.
Don't ask.
All right, Dallas, tell me about the ride.
85 Firebird, small block, pump gas, tube chassis car.
How small a small block?
377.
Samara.
How much horsepower?
Probably around 450.
Richard.
Are you spraying it?
No.
Ken.
I saw your motivation hat. Does it have their fuel injection on it?
No.
Okay.
Ready to make a pass for us,
I'm ready.
Dallas? Come out swinging, buddy.
We'll do it.
Here we go, Dallas, a.k.a. Grasshopper. $300 pass. Needless to say, Richard and Samara. One of you, if you want to stay in the game, needs to win this. Both Samara and Richard are locked in. Just waiting on the honorable Grasshopper. You snatched this pebble from my hand. Let's take a look at those times.
You'll have a pebble.
You will have a pebble. Ken sitting on 962. Richard sitting on a 980. And Samara says that Grasshopper is doing a 1010. Semi-burnout. Good looking color scheme on there. Last of our $300 passes.
Hey, see the blanket over the nitrous bottle? You see that? He just purged it in the motor. Good for me. Not that fast,
A 10-4-3. Well, look who's back in the game.
Back in the game.
Boom! What do we say? Cash is what? Is good.
It's good.
Thank you,
There you go.
Samara. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken sitting on $700. Richard sitting on 0. Samara sitting on $300. It's coming down to the last pass of the night. Who's taking home the jack? Come back and find out. All right, folks, welcome back to Pastime. We're getting into our final round, our final pass. So let's see who's in it to win it. Samara, have you had a good time?
Of course.
Of course. You're sitting at $300. If you win this last pass, it's $500. Puts you at $800. You win the whole thing. Richard, have you had a good time playing?
Great time.
Richard, unfortunately, you're sitting on 0. You're playing for pride. If you win this $500, you don't beat Ken, but you win the game for Ken. Ken just needs to win or have you win. He knows what he's doing.
All right.
So let's meet our final driver of the night. GTX. Wow. Those go for some big money over at Barrett Jackson's. It's like a showroom car right there. Those GTX go for some big bucks.
Just a grocery getter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about what's your name?
My name's Brian Humboldt.
Brian, tell me about your grocery getter.
69 Plymouth GTX, big block. That's about it.
How big a big block?
512.
What do you need to know, Samara?
How much horsepower?
About 550.
Richard.
Gonna spray it?
175.
Ken.
You always run that size tire?
It's the first time I've run the tire tonight.
I mean, you run that same size tire all the time, though, right? Okay.
You ready to make a pass for us?
Yes.
All right, buddy. Give me a pound. Boom. Here we go. Grocery getter GTX, 500-something horse. Samara is locked in, doing the happy dance already.
Already.
Richard is locked in. Arms crossed. Ken is locked in. Here we go, folks. A nail biter. Ken with the 989. Richard with the 1040. And Samara says, no, 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 no. It's doing a 950. Woo. Kind of a medium burnout. Wow, that's such a clean looking car. The Orange Man. Easy, big man, easy.
You got that for me, Richard. I think you won that for me.
I think you did win that, Richard. 1090, Richard. Redemption for a brief second. Because you know what you have to do. You got to hand over the cash. Samara. No, hand it to Richard. He'll hand it over. Guys, thanks for playing. That's what happens, folks. When you come on the show, you got to go against the big man. I'm Brett. That's Paige down there, and that's the man, Ken Herring, for Speed, Valdosta, Georgia. It's pastime.